My daughter's teacher made her run laps with a broken ankle, and karma hit back hard. I knew something was wrong when my daughter limped off the school bus. Her face was red and streaked with tears, and she was clutching her backpack like it was keeping her upright. My heart dropped. "What happened, sweetie?" I asked, helping her to the car. "I fell during recess," she whispered, her voice shaking. "I was playing on the monkey bars and slipped. Ms. Thompson said I was faking it and made me do PE anyway. She told everyone I was just trying to get attention." My blood boiled. She couldn't even put weight on her foot, but her teacher forced her to run 4 laps around the track. When my daughter cried and begged to stop, the teacher told her to stop being dramatic. I drove straight to the ER. The X-rays showed what I already knew. Her ankle was broken in 2 places. The doctor was horrified when he heard what happened. The next morning, I marched into the principal's office with the medical report. But here's the crazy part. Ms. Thompson walked in while I was there, limping. Turns out she'd twisted her own ankle in the parking lot that morning. She looked at me, then at my daughter's X-rays on the desk, and her face went pale. The principal suspended her for a week without pay. But the real karma? She had to sit through all her classes with a throbbing ankle because she wouldn't want to be dramatic about it. Sometimes the universe delivers justice in the most perfect way.
My girlfriend texted, "I'm flying to meet my online boyfriend for Valentine's." I replied, "What?" Then I canceled the credit cards and left her stranded at the airport. When she called from a payphone, crying. I was at work eating sad desk tacos when I got the text. We'd been together 4 years, living together for 2. I paid for everything. Rent, Wi-Fi, takeout, her oat milk habit, even her weird handmade candle subscription. And yeah, I gave her a credit card. Emergency use only. Apparently, flying to meet some dude named Leo in Tampa qualified as an emergency. She said, "We've been talking for 6 months. He really gets me. I deserve to explore this connection. Don't wait up. No warning. Just that." I didn't respond. Just opened my banking app, canceled the card, booted her off my Amazon and Netflix, removed her from my phone plan, changed every password, and emailed the building to change the locks. Took 19 minutes. I finished my tacos. An hour later, I get a call from a random number. She's at the airport, calling from a payphone like it's 2004. "What did you do? I can't board. My card's declined. Uber says payment failed. I'm stranded." I said, "Stranded? Aren't you flying to Leo the soulmate? Ask him to Apple Pay your romantic escape." She goes, "He doesn't have Apple Pay or Uber or a license." I said, "Sounds like a keeper." Later that night, she shows up outside the building with her friend Haley, who's yelling like this is a Real Housewives reunion. I didn't open the door, just spoke through the ring cam. "She doesn't live here anymore. You can't just kick her out." She left. I'm just following through. "She wants her stuff. It's already boxed in the lobby between the recycling and the Amazon returns. You're unbelievable, and you're both too broke to split a lift." Next morning, she's on Instagram posting black and white selfies with captions like, "Abandoned on Valentine's," "Emotional abuse is still abuse," and "Some men fear strong women." I didn't say anything, but someone did comment, "Weren't you flying to meet another man?" And suddenly, the account went private. 2 days later, I get a text from an unknown number. "Hey man, this is Leo. I think we should talk. There's been a misunderstanding." Ain't that always how it starts? He tells me she said we broke up months ago. He also says she sent him some very not friendly photos. I tell him she claimed it was only emotional. He says, "Brother, she asked me to fly her out. She said she was broke because her ex was financially abusive." "Leo," I said, "I've paid her rent, her phone, her delivery addiction, and apparently now her delusions." He goes quiet, then says, "She told me I was the only one. You're not even the only one this week." 3 days later, she tries to sneak back into the building using her old key fob. It still worked for the front door, but I disabled elevator access. She got stuck between floors, live streaming it. Caption, "When the universe tests your strength, it gets better." A week later, I'm out with someone new. Drinks, rooftop bar, good vibes, and guess who's working there? Yep, she walks over to seat us, sees me, and freezes. Then spills a full glass of water on herself and bolts into the kitchen. My date's like, "Wait, do you know her?" I go, "I used to." She goes, "Do I need to worry?" I go, "Not unless you're secretly texting a Leo." She laughed so hard she snorted. The ex tried to comp our drinks. I left a tip for her manager instead and got his number. He thought I was funny. That night, she liked 5 of my Instagram posts in a row, then commented, "Miss what we had." I replied, "Ask Leo for a refund." Blocked. 2 weeks later, Leo texts again. "Hey, she showed up at my place. I told her it's not going to happen. She lost it. Said I ruined her life." She said I ruined her life too. Must be her thing. He goes, "I'm sorry. She told me I was her escape. Turns out you were just the connecting flight." Fast forward to last weekend. I'm grabbing coffee and run into Haley, the loud friend. She won't stop talking. She's been couch surfing. Tried to move in with some tattoo artist who ghosted her. Showed up at my place crying about how she manifested the wrong Leo, whatever that means. Then she drops this gem. She started dating some older guy from TikTok. Said he was rich. Turns out he runs a conspiracy podcast out of a van. They lasted 4 days. You can't make this up. She texted me again last night. "If you ever loved me, unblock me." I didn't even open it.
What has your child's school done that got you so mad you went in and read the riot act to the teacher or principal? My daughter called from school saying she'd been suspended for fighting. She wouldn't say much, just that the principal gave her a 2-week suspension. I went home, grounded her, and took her phone. Then calls from other girls started rolling in. Turns out, a jock from a wealthy family had a habit of grabbing girls, and my daughter was one of his targets. She fought back, and he ended up in the ER. I ungrounded her, and she finally told me what happened. The next morning, I took her to school, and the principal stopped us at the door, saying she was suspended. I told him we were going to his office, unless he wanted to do this outside. In his office, I told him my daughter's suspension had to be lifted, and that the boy had a choice: 30-day suspension with mental evaluation or felony charges. The principal called the boy's mom, who threatened to charge my daughter. I said, "Let the police sort it. Your son has a history, and I have witnesses." Then the principal dropped a bomb. "You don't want to mess with one of the finest families in the city." That's when I realized he was covering for the boy because he was connected to the family. I told him, "I don't make threats, I make promises. Someone needs to teach this kid that this behavior won't be tolerated before he winds up in prison." The boy got suspended, transferred, and my daughter's record was cleared.
I trusted my college roommate with everything until I found out she'd been living a double life using my name. We shared everything: clothes, food, even my laptop when hers broke. She was the perfect roommate, always helping with chores and bringing me coffee during late-night study sessions. Then one day, my bank app stopped working. Account locked, suspicious activity. I called the bank and my heart dropped. Someone had opened 5 credit cards in my name and maxed them all out. The purchases were weird: designer bags, spa treatments, even first-class plane tickets. $20,000 in debt, all while I was living on ramen noodles. I thought it was a mistake until I saw her Instagram. There she was, posting photos with my credit cards, bragging about her rich girl lifestyle to her followers. She'd been stealing my mail, hiding the credit card statements, and living like a queen while I worked 2 jobs just to afford textbooks. I didn't confront her right away. Instead, I gathered evidence, took screenshots, and talked to the police. Then I waited for her biggest moment, her sorority president election speech. Right as she finished talking about honesty and integrity, I stood up. The dean was there. The whole school was watching. I connected my phone to the projector and played a slideshow of her posts. Next to my credit card statements, her face went white. Now she's expelled, facing charges, and her rich girl followers know the truth. Meanwhile, I got my money back and a much better roommate.